Hi, Haunting the Truth again. This time we are back with Billy.
Hello.
How do you feel to be back?
I feel good after a long hiatus break.
People probably thought we killed you off.
Yeah, well, one of the ghosts took me. You never know.
So yeah, we're going to be discussing poltergeists and demons. There is, I think, if we're talking what people consider poltergeists and demons and ghosts, I think there is a big difference between them. I've spoken to believers before. They say that spirits are your loved ones that have passed over, and you cannot really communicate with them without like a medium or a spirit box or a Ouija board or something to that nature. That's the only way you can really talk with them. Poltergeists, if you define it, is defined as noisy ghost. Basically, it's
Noisy spirit.
Yeah, noisy spirit.
I don't know whether poltergeist necessarily means evil ghost, but poltergeist I think genuinely means something that can interact with our world.
I think poltergeist is an aggressive ghost because it's known to throw objects. It's a spirit that can throw objects.
The whole world can't be lying. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not just a whole conspiracy everyone's got to be like, yeah, ghosts are real, we all think they're real. Do you know what I mean? There's always been stories of it, they just had different names for it because they might not have had the word for ghost.
What I find hilarious is all these dark demonic things have all got a nasty name, haven't they? You know, like to make it sound really bad.
I think when it gets to the point of demonic is when it's something that's actually causing physical harm.
Which in theory you would want to draw the line at because we don't know what the hell we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, from your guys' experience from the Poltergeist house, which I sadly missed, is the fact that from what you guys have said, it's not necessarily going out to try and hurt you. I think it's more like trying to get you away from the premises.
We recently did go back because somebody did get hurt, and they've seen in the house these dark shadows. I thought I caught a glimpse of a shadow, real dark shadow, and we heard this almighty and at that point my brain went, this is, because initially I was like, we called it the Poltergeist house because it was matching what people in this day and age call a poltergeist. But now I'm like going, that's a demonic
Dog-faced man house now.
Here's the fact of it, right? If you've got a ghost and you're hearing noises and bangs and communication to a degree where it's not scaring you, it's quite friendly, you don't really have an image of what that looks like. When you hear something bad, you instantly go, it must look as bad as it sounds. So that's where the word demon comes in, because we all picture what a demon looks like, not what a ghost looks like, because we have no idea.
And I know it makes it sound like we're not claiming it is. That's just
easier.
It's just like that's what it's like.
Do you know what I mean? You want to describe the Teletubbies as the red one, the yellow one, the purple one, and the green one. You'd say the Teletubbies. So we just say poltergeist, demons, just easier. Instead of going thing that's unexplainable.
Great analogy.
Instead of going the thing that's unexplainable and we don't know scientific, every time we'll just say demon and poltergeist, right?
Our guess is as good as anybody's. Obviously, in the scientific field, it's all mumbo jumbo. It's just
pseudoscience.
It's just words that people are making up. And I've spoken to people and they've said, years ago it wouldn't have been called that. It would have been called something else, like Josh was saying just now. But I think that the fact still stands that no matter what word you use for it, there is that something. And I can confidently say this now to you, that there is something that is not comprehensible. It doesn't make sense. I'm going to sort of touch on this. How can something, what people would call a demon or a poltergeist, have the weight to do that? Anybody got anything on that?
No, that's something I can't explain. I mean, like there's a difference between throwing stuff, and there's a difference between replying back to a sound that the living have made. Going back to like the whole, you know, portal to another dimension. Is it just beings coming in and out of a portal?
Yeah, some sort of interdimensional space.
That does sound far-fetched, I know, and to all the scientists out there and all the non-believers, it's just like it's that sounds ridiculous to say, but you know, you can't prove it. I mean, like, you know, quantum physics, like quantum scientists have proven that there's other dimensions. That like that's been scientifically proven. So why can't they put the science to this, which in my eyes is in the same way? We've experienced things, and you know, and we can safely say that there's definitely something out there. Compared to a scientist, what a scientist would be, even if it's 99% fact that something's there, they will look into the 1%.
Yeah,
It's true.
They will look into the 1%. And don't get me wrong, when we did start this off, it was kind of like, you know, looking to debunk it, to make sure that like people aren't getting sucked into something that they don't believe, like all of these paid ghost trips, all of these like Most Haunted and all of those TV shows.
Still do that, by the way.
Which, yeah, we still do that, by the way. But all of these like shows that televised where they go, yeah, oh, my house is haunted. Right, we're going to go there. And then you hear like some, you know, probably cameraman down the bottom go, ooh, oh, the house is haunted. Yeah, you're right. This is the problem with places like that. And that's why when you get all of these shows getting saturated by that nonsense, this is where people go, nah, it's not true. Nah, it's not true. And you could even go into further of like, this is really out there, but maybe it's like something that, are they putting those shows out to hide the fact that it's true? And they're getting more people to not believe it. So when someone like us turns around and go, there's something here, people are like, no, you did that. You made it up. Like the Most Haunted show. Aren't those shows on TV so that it can hide the fact that that's the truth?
Yeah, and the fact that they do come up with their disclaimer and their warning at the start of the shows, where this is for entertainment purposes.
Yeah. They have to legally do that now.
Yeah, but why? Yeah,
but
they
that
have
already implants.
That already implants that people are like, oh, this is not true. This is just for entertainment value.
Which is horrible. I mean, we don't do that.
No.
We literally go, right, if nothing happens, nothing happens. You see what we see, and that's it.
I suppose then the question is, if we don't know what it is, should we be pissing around with it?
I know what I'm going to say. I'm just going to summarise it.
Yeah, go on.
I think, like, to summarise, I think that you shouldn't provoke a spirit. If anyone has a spirit in their house, the best thing to do is just live with it.
Don't provoke it. Still, I mean, I wouldn't be doing it. Like Billy said, I wouldn't be doing it in the Poltergeist house because, you know, the people and stuff, and that'd be bad on them. And you know, when we went to that, was it an old abandoned hospital, and there was like floors missing, and it was like a 20-foot drop or whatever it was. That I wouldn't be provoking anything where it could push me off or maybe at the top of the stairs, you know. But
what about more the concept of and I'm going to come to you with this, how do you feel about provoking in regards to demons or evil forces following people? Because obviously you know people in the past which we can't mention.
Well, my theory on it is, why would you mess with something on the chance it could be real? If you have seen attachment before, it's frightening to view. Makes you not want to even go through it yourself, even if you think it's a load of old cobbler. I think whatever you come across, I think 100% is what I believe. It plays off your fear. It plays off your energy. It plays off what you're using around at the time. Whether you believe or not, I think it pays also to have an open mind to it all.
So just in case. Just in case.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that we can wrap that up, and on that idea of believing, what do you guys believe? Do you believe in demons and poltergeists and evil forces? Do you think it's dangerous to do these things? Do you think I'm crazy to sometimes go into places and go, let's have it then? Or do you not believe at all? If you are a scientist, and like, what have you looked into? Have you ever looked into this? Until next time, we've been haunted with the truth. Good night.
Bye.